The Cannabis Show is for information only. Nothing contained in the show is intended to constitute professional advice for medical diagnosis or treatment. We do not claim this information to be complete or exhaustive or to be applicable to any particular individual's medical condition. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
On this episode of The Cannabis Show, Kait's Kitchen will explore healthy edible options. Also, where would you consume your medical cannabis? We'll get to that. And a strain of cannabis that is great for anxiety and pain and doesn't really get you high. All that and more. Stick around.
Hi, and welcome to Kait's Kitchen. Cannabis can be a great part of your treatment plan, but it works best when supported with other healthful choices. You hear a lot about sweet treat edibles like gummy bears and brownies, but if you're trying to avoid sugars, you may want to think about supporting your system with foods that you know to contain more vitamins and minerals. Magnesium, for instance, is the king of the minerals. Getting enough in your diet can increase energy, calm anxiety, relieve constipation, regulate calcium, potassium, and sodium, prevent migraines, relieve muscle aches and spasms, and help with sleep, PMS, and restless leg syndrome. I can vouch for at least a few of those. Too little magnesium in our bodies is one of the leading nutrient deficiencies in adults. An estimated 80% are deficient. Consider making a salad with magnesium-rich foods like spinach, avocado, and broccoli. Pumpkin seeds and hemp seeds are a good addition too. Metrum makes a great hemp seed. For the dressing, try making your own. It's less expensive and much healthier than most store-bought brands. Maybe try avocado oil, balsamic vinegar, a little MCT oil, and some minced garlic, and your dose of medical cannabis oil. You can mix a bunch of the dressing without the medication and then add your usual dose to an individual serving. Don't forget, no one is perfect. It's all about good, better, best.
Nerilodol has a boiling point of 122 degrees Celsius, 252 degrees Fahrenheit. Nerilodol is commonly found in ginger and jasmine. Like most terpenes, nerilodol displays antifungal as well as antimicrobial properties. It is commonly used as a flavoring agent due to the notes of fir and pine that it exhibits. When isolated, this terpene has a distinct woody scent, reminiscent of fresh bark. Nerilodol shows promise of improving the transdermal delivery of other terpenes and cannabinoids. Try utilizing this terpene in your next batch of topicals. When searching for nerilodol, try looking to strains like Bubba Kush, BC Rockstar, and Tangerine Dream.
What if I told you that there are strains of cannabis on the market that won't leave you feeling high, but will still make you feel better? CBD number one, a CannTrust strain is high in CBD, averaging out around 18% and very low in THC, just under 1%. Like CBD oil, the CBD number one strain is great for pain and muscle spasms. However, when vaped, the pain-killing effects are almost instant as opposed to the 30 to 90 minutes a patient would have to wait when ingesting in oil form. An excellent choice for anyone who suffers from migraines, CBD number one is also a good selection for patients who suffer from social anxiety. Someone may look into this strain before public speaking or leading a meeting at work, as the CBD tends to evaporate any anxiety and you're not left with that stone feeling either.
CannTrust CBD number one.
Yeah, it's a 18% CBD.
You know, a lot of straight CBD strains that I've tried, they don't have a lot of personality to them.
Yep.
I find that I'm often mixing them with THC strains that for at least some flavor and some smell, but this guy's got something going on.
Yeah, and it's some actual beautiful flowers as well. Usually you don't see the type of structure and the stickiness to that.
Yeah, I'm smelling some lemon and some other good terpenes from here.
Yeah, I'm definitely, I could could agree. I'm picking up on that. It's really nice stuff. It's also, what's nice about having such a high CBD content is that, as you mentioned, you can actually add in some THC to it and kind of control things and see where you go from there. It's kind of nice.
Every day, right?
Yeah. Oh,
it's like
definitely.
It's like eating your vegetables.
Daily
Get
driver.
CBD in your body every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. It's good stuff.
Yeah. CBD number 1.
You can ask us anything, a chance for you to ask our professionals questions that you might have about medicinal cannabis. I'm Chris, we got Kait here and Hart, and today's question comes from Louise, and it's kind of a head scratcher. And it says, I find your videos very helpful. As someone who had never used cannabis before, I've had so much to learn. I'm wondering if you could do a show to talk about logistics of using the medicine, e.g. when traveling in hotels, what do people do, where can you vaporize in public? Basically, if you can't be using the medicine vaporizing at home, what are the legal options for use? Do people consume in their cars?
Yeah, wow, that is, that's a lot of questions. And it is definitely a head scratcher. You know, the best advice we can give you is to use discretion. There's a lot of different bylaws and a lot of different, opinions on terms of where you can legally use it. And nobody has a definitive answer right now, and we're really trying to nail our law enforcement agencies down on this, because really there's a lot of differing answers for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's probably safest to think of it in terms of smoking compared to smoking, where you can and can't smoke in terms of hotel rooms or public, and also in terms of impairment. So if you're driving, don't be smoking THC before you're driving. Basically, we're trying to find parallels within the existing laws to work with, but discretion is key, and everybody's different, each case is different, and each officer that pulls you over is going to be different, so be careful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one to answer. That's probably the best advice is, yeah, as you say, discretion.
I think some things that we can add to that, though, is like, when you are traveling or wherever you go, really make sure you have your bottle with your prescription name on it.
Make sure you got all that legality stuff sorted before you travel, before you leave the house, so that you are legal, you're legal to carry that stuff with you. For sure.
And another thought, too, that hit me on my last trip when I was away, but, maybe I should look into getting oils instead of, using the vape or something
absolutely.
like that.
That's a good thing to do when you're traveling within Canada.
Within Canada. Yeah. And they typically ask you to have about 10 extra minutes so that if they do have to pull an officer over, then it's very easy for them to do that and check over your prescription. And my niece just went through the other day. I probably shouldn't say that, but she did. And it was no problem. It took about 10 seconds extra.
All right, if you got a question for us at The Cannabis Show, you can email it to thecannabisshow@naturalhealthservices.ca.